Good morning and welcome to WriterGreg on Twitch.tv. It is Monday morning, and what better place to be, aside from your bed, what better place to be than working on your creativity projects 10 minutes at a time. Glad that you could be here, and a super happy thank you to Kiddo Poi who resubscribed for 4 months. I've been doing this for 4 months. Holy cow. So thank you very much. That is truly appreciative, and thank you so much for doing that. This is exciting, and we got some work to since July. Yeah? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That is nuts. Okay, speaking of nuts, let's get to writing. Today, we have 1 week left. Good morning, Delian DM Stretch. Glad to have you here. We have 1 week left until NaNoWriMo begins. So 1 calendar week from this exact moment will be November 2nd, but it is when I will be starting my NaNoWriMo adventure this year. Good morning, Siobhan. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. So it is going to be a really wild ride and a fun month. So let's get started with the thought of the day. And we'll switch screens. Here we go. The thought of the day comes from us, not exactly the same kind of stuff. It is age at debut novels. If you think it is too late to write your book, coming from a middle-aged man with male pattern baldness, you know what? It's not too late. I'm ahead of all of these people, okay? Thankfully. I'm not published, but I am not I don't have a debut novel. I'm going to be writing it in about ahead. Yes. Yes. Good morning, Coffee Quills. Glad to have you here. Yes, and so sorry, but the fact I usually just see your head on screen is funny. It's a nice pun. So it's it's not, we should not be discouraged. You don't have to be like these, debut authors at 18 who take the world by storm and all this stuff. That doesn't have to be you. You can write and you can make a success of this at any age. All right, so with that, what's everybody going to be working on today? I live less than 10-minute walk away from the little house where Anna Sewell grew up. A friend of mine now owns the place that's now a quaint little cake shop and tea room. Wow. Cool. Okay, so Delian is working on maps as always. Leaky old man, but glad to have you back. I'm working on chapter 2 and watching Lady and You. Oh, okay, the Lady Writes is on at the same time. And this is kind of a, fun thing that you can watch multiple of us at the same time because I go 10 minutes without talking. All right, Siobhan, sleep. Have a good sleep. And your stream ended early? Yep, but thanks for coming on over. I do appreciate it. Dinner. Sorry, I'll be back. No worries. The fun of time zones. Okay, so today I am working on character sheets. I am so thrilled that I finished step 6 over the weekend. I was able to add a MacGuffin to the story that was able to tie all 3 arcs together and really helped me finish 3 acts finished the third act with a lot of cool stuff. So I'm really excited about that. So today it's take another week. No, we will not. To expand your character descriptions into full-fledged character charts detailing everything to know about each character. Oh, Siobhan, 143 words. Wow, good job. So I will not be taking a week. I will be taking a day. Hopefully, I will be able to get all of this done today so that I can move to steps 8 and 9 as soon as possible. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be working on today. So let's start the timer. Just right there. All right, so let's get this timer going. All right, I'll turn the music up slightly and microphone off, and I will see everyone. You missed a 1. 1431. I'm sorry, talking too fast. 1431 words. You missed a 1. Oops. All right, see you in 10. You know, I have greater respect for women and the garbage they have to do with their hair. Just trying to figure out what to call a haircut. Okay, that's crazy. Hey, Leak Old Man Butt, you have taken over a sprint. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, that whole sprint just to figure out the name of a haircut. Oh, you got a new song. Cool. Let me get rid of that. I'm not subscribing to your newsletter. New song. Ooh, wow. New song. You know, I girlfriend's song sang a little so you can hear the melody. Cool. All right. How did everybody else do? But put the lyrics in the Discord. Okay. Let me open my Discord. Livestream discussions. First two verses. Awesome. All right, we will take care of that at the next sprint. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm doing here is this is the character sheet for for World Anvil, and I'm starting to fill out this stuff. So the year, and I do have the timeline here. The year is 748 is when this story happens, where they fell asleep at 632 Common Era, or of the reign of the Fairy Council. So the fairies have been in power for 748 years by the time this story comes about. All right, so that is, so let me save this and see what it looks like when I have like the character details where it gets placed. Okay, so there's, okay, this is all background. Oh, okay, so it's coming over here, which is actually the side. So if I go like that, it's a side, it's coming in as a sidebar. Okay. Spoilers. Angelina is a fairy. She doesn't know. So that's kind of a spoiler for the book. Oh, there's a typo. All right. With that, we have a sprint takeover by Leaky Man. But so let me just, no, I want to, oh, it's only up here where I can do that shortcut. And there we go. Hiding everything. So let us bring back that. All right. Oh, we need to turn off the music. Don't need the clashing. All right. So we are going to enjoy for the next sprint. I am using World Anvil. I can show you a little bit more about that. Okay, there's the pretzel rocks. Okay, music off. All right, this is a 19-second clip. Let's see.
Shut up, get out of my head. You lie, get out of my head. You speak, you spoke, you speak those words. Complimenting, I I don't believe your words, the lies you tell to get your way.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's okay. So this is that's the okay. Okay, I'm looking more through the. I know the games you played. Let's play that again.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, get out of my head. You lie, you lie, you lie, get out of my head. You speak, you spoke, you speak those words. Complimenting. I don't believe your words, the lies you tell to get your way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that. It has a very pop sound. It has a very good sound for the current. Um, I don't want to call it rap, but very rhythmic, almost beatboxing type of music that is catchy. You can dance to it. Not a heavy focus on the lyrics, of course, but I could totally see this with some maybe synth background or well. Actually, it could be anything depending on which genre you want to do it. You could really put this in anything. But yeah, that is a fun that's a fun little tune there. But yeah, very um it's not a ballad. That was the word that I was trying to think about the other time. Uh a ballad would be a song that has a story and has a character arc and stuff like that. This is definitely not a ballad or a hymn or something like that. Hunger is Till I Die is a ballad. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So, to answer another question of yours, anything else you'd like to talk about? Oh, I never started the timer. Oops. What do you think of the words? Okay. Um, let me start the timer. Um, okay, we have about stop. We have about 5 minutes left. Let me change that. Okay, the lyrics. Yes, this is the. I think the part that she sang was very good because um, it really drives in that she wants to get this out of her head. It is very internal, and it is not something. I mean, someone is really suffering if they can't get a thought out of your head. Yeah, it's about a person arguing with themselves. That comes across very clearly, and uh, you spoke. The complimenting. I do like that alliteration and that little bit of change. But see, and it's interesting. You don't believe the compliments. That is an interesting juxtaposition that you have there. It sets up well, not a conflict, it sets up a contrast. And that really does, hey, why aren't you accepting the compliments? Self doubt. And then you repeat it again. You lie, you lie. Okay, manipulator. Redemption is just a word. That really ties into the self doubt. And, someone who's made a grave mistake, they think that all hope is lost. Um, I don't, I don't know if manipulate and redemption. I don't know if those two go together. But see, I like compliment and not believing the compliment. I think those two pair up very well. Uh, to manipulate, and then redemption. I don't know if those match as well. Your words are empty, but who wants to pay? Okay. Enslave, persuade, enslave. I break these chains. Your pride is fragile. You won't break me. Okay. At what point, at what point do you have that shift of winning? Like the first half of the song, or first 2/3 of the song, is them losing their mind, not being able to fight back. But is that the situation that they're going to stay in for the entirety of the song? Is there going to be a positive or happy ending? Do they finally break free from the crippling self-doubt? Does this song end, even though with the shut up, get out of my head, do that chorus, do they still have a glimmer of hope and that they have the chance to win? If they don't win outright, is there that hope that you're going to get that positive message at the end that, yeah, I am still battling, but I am winning? Where, the first verse, all is lost. Second verse, it's a struggle, but at the end, is that a song that you want to write? Is that what kind of message? Because if you have this and it just goes down, that's a very different song than this and it goes up. What kind of a message are you trying to convey to the person? Awesome rhythm, you can dance to it, but what kind of message? Are you offering a message of hope? That, yes, we all go through this. Yes, we all suffer from the crippling self-doubt. We're artists, we're writers, come on. What kind of difficulty are we facing through? But is it or is it at the end? They're fracturing, they're feeling trapped by themselves, is what I was going with. They never win, they just learn to cope. All right. So I guess I break, is that where I break these chains? You won't break me. Is that where you're getting to the coping? But even cope is, okay. Coping is still coping is still close to hoping, okay? Aside from the obvious rhyming. But even if you learn to cope, if you can cope, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. If you can cope, that means you are not, your direction may be flat, but at least it's not going down. So wait till the next takeover I do. All right. So yeah, excellent. Excellent work. All right. All right, so that is the end of this takeover. So thank you very much, and keep up the good work. And leaky man, old man, but I did notice that you deleted the lyrics and the previous. That is totally cool. If you want to do that just for the, you put it up just for the stream. These are recorded, so there is things out there, but if you want to delete it off of the Discord, I'm totally cool with that. It's your content. Feel free to protect it in any method or means that you want. I'm not going to steal it. I am not a musician, but yeah, I noticed that the previous takeovers disappeared, and that's cool. Yeah, then just copy and paste. Yeah, that's true. All right, so excellent. So let us get back to the so answering your question about what I am doing. This is World Anvil. It is a website that allows you to combine to document all of the information for like a tabletop RPG, or for my example, novel writing. And so that is what I am working on today, getting back to the characters here. So, yeah, that was a fun one. Okay, so let us get ready for the next sprint, which will happen in about in a couple minutes. Yeah, let's put this back in. Whoops. I have. There we go. So let's put this tab back in this other window to keep it all together. And there we go. We have that. Hey, we have a new cheer. Leaky Old Man Bug, thank you for the cheer. I do appreciate that. And that right there is an example of how you can donate bits to the stream. And remember, on November 30th, our charity live stream, all bits donated will be given to kidsneedtoread.org as a part of the 24-hour live stream charity event that the 1 Million Lemon Challenge is going towards. So thank you again, Leaky Man, but Leaky. So yeah, just remember that when we on November 30th, all bits, but we will have games. We will be having more. We'll have polls, we'll have games, we'll have stuff like that, so that it's not just dumping bits. It'll actually move something forward. Details are still in the works. I have I still have a month to do it. Well, oh, you got another one. Okay, if we could hold off, let's do a writing sprint, and we will, if that's okay, we'll do a writing sprint, and then we'll have another takeover. Is that all right, Leaky? Okay, thank you. All right, so we are going to do a writing sprint for 10 minutes, and then we will do a another takeover. Hey, Dazzler Cat, good morning. All right, so hey, Luther. Oh, so good to have you here. Early morning and all. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, 1 week left for NaNoWriMo. Someone's car alarm is going off, but it doesn't sound like mine. I hope it's not mine. All right, so I had to take out my earbuds to make sure it was what I was thinking it was. Okay, so there is the sprint. Let's start this up. Let's get oh wait, the music was going. Okay, so let's turn up the music. We'll turn off the microphone, and I will see everyone in 10 minutes. All right, there we go. The sprint is over. How's everybody doing with the sprints this morning? Oh, Dazzle Cat. Good morning. All right, so again, hair color. Seriously? I mean, how on earth do you keep track of all these hair colors? I mean, really, I just don't get it. I mean, the only hair color that I care about is, present. As you can obviously tell, character descriptions haven't been my strong suit, other than black, blonde, brown, things of that nature. So this is a stretch for me, but still important. So let's save these changes. Let's refresh this. Is this enough? Because we do really have to. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's enough. We do have one thing that they do talk about is the background. I do have the background, just rereading it. I do have all her 15 points so I do already have her arc going on. So let's see, what else? Okay, that's step 5. We already have that step 5. Expansion on step 3. Teach a lot. I think I really did a good job with especially the main characters. But beyond this, beyond that, I think we should be enough for Angelina, because again, I want to get all of these character descriptions done today. I had hoped to use another application called the Portrait Workshop. Those of you who have been following World Anvils for some time, earlier this year they advertised and had an interview with a Kickstarter for the Portrait Workshop. I have the beta on my Chromebook, and so maybe I can show it a little bit in the minute before we have the sprint takeover. So for example, what you can do is you can create characters, and you can specify what you want them to look like. It's still in beta. We don't have a lot of here's 3 more characters. We don't have as detailed of character selection. It's not a site, DM Stretch. It is an app called it was a Kickstarter. Okay, I got it. Let's see. Oh, come on. Portrait Workshop. You guys didn't need to see all this, honestly, though. It's the portrait workshop on Kickstarter. It has completed, but they do World Spinner LLC. It's going to be an app, and so you can start making characters. But we have a sprint takeover to redeem. So we're going to pause the music. We are going to start the timer again, and we are going to go in to another musical selection by Leaky. And as those of you may have noticed, I have a problem hosting Kickstarters. Not hosting, supporting. The people who get supported don't think I have a problem. I have a problem. Okay, animals. Again, girlfriend singing. Okay, so here. Oh, okay, so 37 seconds. Let's get into this.
We are the animals. We are the animals. Chase you down, acting wild. We are the animals. We are the animals. Stalking prey, fueling our desires. We are the animals. We are the animals. Living free, no restriction.
All right. Okay. Okay, chase you down, acting wild, stalking prey, fueling our desires, living free, no restriction, fighting fences, breaking the boundaries, chasing dreams, rewriting our fictions, playing games, burning bridges. Alone in this world, no one to guide us. This is my territory. Hear my mighty roar. All right. Now, is the part that we heard from your the singer, is that going to be consistent throughout the song? Because it sounded like it was the same melody, but it was consistent for the we are the animals. Okay, because there's not a lot of variation in the lyric, and if hopefully there's going to be a key change, a modulation. Hopefully there's going to be something that takes it up to the next level. Because we are the animals is quite repetitive, especially when you're only saying one short thing in between. Even in the 37 seconds, my hot take, it did start feeling kind of repetitive, and it was only 37 seconds, which is the point. My goal is to do a rap that will go along with it. Oh, so there's a whole other part of the song that hasn't been. Okay. Okay. Then that makes sense. Yeah, that will be cool. Because, yeah, hearing just half of the song, it's like, I mean, my musical training was choirs. I sang bass, if you could imagine that. Yeah, I am no tenor, no baritone. I am a bass. And so the parts that I, as a bass, are usually in a quartet or in a high school choir setting. We always got the same note for like things, and then we might jump up for a couple words, then we'll jump back down to very repetitive, not very melodic. The melodies go to the sopranos, the counter melody goes to the altos, and the tenors, well, they just get all the women. and us basses were just providing the foundation for the chords. Yeah, easier to separate the lyrics for writing purposes. Yes. Oh, I totally understand that. But so it sounds like this part that you have here is the foundational. It's more like a bass part. And so it's going to be there. It's going to be in the background. But until we hear the combination of the two. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great start. Yeah, it is a great start. So, I'm going to reserve any comments on the what you're saying in between until I hear the rap, the actual story that is being portrayed by the song. I'm going to hold off on that because it does sound very wild, animalistic, living free, fighting fences, chasing dreams, burning bridges. It sounds very visceral. It feels very animalistic, which I think is the point. And so, yeah, it's a good foundation. So, any other? I don't know if I could stretch this out for another 4 minutes. So, any more questions that you have on that? But yeah, I think it's a good one. Yeah, I like the simplistic stance of those lyrics. I have this very complex sound that will go along with it. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. I could also imagine. I mean, your girlfriend has a sweet voice, but I could imagine this being a much rougher, maybe even electronica. I mean, it depends on the vibe. If you're taking this as a a country, hard country song, or a kind of electronica. Yes, actually will be me singing it. Oh, good. Yeah. You have a really good voice, and the I think your voice will lend better to this, and maybe having your girlfriend being the rap part, because I do feel that women have well, it's my training. Sopranos have the melody. All right. She's doing the beat for me now. Yep, good. That is cool. All right. Well, with that, thank you so much for the sprint takeover. Let's of course, yeah. That's good. That's good. All right, so let's turn the music back on. Get some more of this Storm Chaser by Starlight. Okay, so as I said before, I think I'm done with Angelina. Let's get into Elias. Okay, there we go. Nope, I want Elias, not Angelina. All right, it's almost 6 o'clock, top of the hour. I feel like I need to dig into this. So we have Elias. Oh, and yeah. I'm good for talking for like 5 to 7 minute stretches, so. All right. Oh, we did have a Coeen. We had a follow yesterday, so that was kind of exciting. I'll just do this. Let's see. I repeated an alert. There we go. We did have Coeen who followed off stream yesterday, and so thank you so much for the stream follow. And then before we had D Citrus follow. There we go. That's one thing I like about Streamlabs. I can repeat the things if needed. So there we go. All right, that is the end of the sprint. Again, thank you so much. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are going to go into Elias as a character. Again, he is my other co-protagonist, and start filling his information out. I got a template specific prompts and connections. There we go. I'm gonna make him a little bit older. So if Angelina's 18 and was born in 730, well, he can't be born in 730 because he was the curse. Never. Oh, the replay? Yeah, okay, so this is Streamlabs, and under the mini feed right here, like I can pause the alerts, like if I'm doing something, mute event sounds, but like here I can go in here and replay Leaky's bit donation, and so you'll see that. So that's what it's the repeat alert thing. And so yeah, this is all of the, like I have all of these different things in here. It's pretty cool. So so every time I switch like to the camera chat, there I jump into it, and I turn off the transition when I go from the pen to the chat, but because when I go from that back to the window, I use it I have that transition noise in there, and I have a lot of this very compartmentalized. But one thing that I've had trouble with is bringing in information from other computers, because I have my main computer up, my Linux computer, and I have a Chromebook. I have this, a Chromebook, which is basically an Android tablet with a nice keyboard, which is not a knock. It's really good for what it is. And I want to be like, I was trying yesterday to get the app here on the screen as opposed to this, but it didn't work out. So it is what it is. So I need to figure out how old what year was my character born if he was frozen in time for 116 years. So that is what I will be working on. And let's get the timer going. Make sure that you record your words, save your work. If you are going to be doing a word sprint, make sure that you have that recorded. So let us get this sprint started. The timer going. All right, we will go for the next 10 minutes. Turning the music up. Tillers, thank you for the contribution to the 1 Million Lemon Challenge, sneaking it right in there. And we will turn the music off, and I will see you in 10 minutes. right, there we go. We have the end of our 10-minute sprint. Thank you, DM Stretch, for contributing to the 1 Million Lemon Challenge. Barbarossa, welcome. Thank you so much. Yes, I am doing well, and it's a wonderful day because all my kids are gonna be at school today. It's gonna be wonderful. Gonna be able to get a lot of day job work done. Yes, it has been a long time. Hydrate. Okay, I shall hydrate. Water. The beverage of champions. Yeah, so it's after the whole COVID problem. I have been truly blessed that oh no, actually I don't stream at night anymore, Barbarossa. I'm only doing the morning now. It was too much to stream twice a day. And so I'm only streaming in the mornings, and but the streams are available for broadcast again. And I'm using my evenings to work on stuff to improve the stream, but not having the pressure of being on stream running writing sprints. I had intended that my evening sprints would be a lot more craft or non-writing related, drawing and stuff like that. But it was just too much. And with, kids, with school, with other activities, it was just too much. So I don't do that. But but things like I can bring this up, not that. I'm working on this. I was able to draw this in the evenings, and bits for books. Well, yeah. When do you stream next, Barbarossa? Hi, Dinosaur Bob. Yeah, and I do watch more streams in the evenings now. So that is a big thing, is I can go and support other streamers. You normally do it whenever. Okay. Well, I'm a follower. I'll receive a notification. And if I'm available, I'll try to drop in. Yeah, it's nice. Like this week, this Wednesday night, I have my kids are in the junior high school band performance is on Wednesday. Believe it or not, they're having a band concert. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. And, after the whole COVID thing that swept through our house, it's nice to have everybody healthy, everybody in the clear. Everybody has waited their 10 days or 14 days as appropriate. And we're all getting back to socially distant, masked up normal. Yeah. So it's going to be lonely around here because I work from home and there's nobody going to be home. It's just me and the dog. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. Well, and it's good to be able to get focus on work and stuff like that. Speaking of work, let's get into the next writing sprint. And all right, let's start that. We'll turn up the music. All right, that's fun. Okay, turn up the music, turning off the audio, and I will see you in 10. And that is the end of our writing sprint. A big shout out to RLB Creations for the follow. Thank you so much and welcome. You know, if I show my dog, a follow happens. I need to show the dog more often, I think. As everybody left for school, the door got open so that the dog wouldn't feel so lonely. But yes, thank you so much, RLB Creations. Cats get more follows. Yes, and they produce more allergies within my loved ones. We are not anti-cat because of cats. We are anti-cats because of allergies around here. So we'll stick with the dog for now. But fuzzy babies all around. So I hope I did pay the dog tax. So hopefully that was enjoyable. All right, so did I turn down the music? No, I didn't. But enough followers means you can afford allergy shots. No. Oh, that's good. Yes, I do have my bunnies. And my wife is allergic to the hay that we feed the bunnies. So that's enough allergies for one thing. So me and the kids need to feed the bunnies because the grass, the hay, yeah, not good stuff. Yeah, and we're hoping that the bunnies, one of them is a year old now. The twins that you haven't seen because they like to bite me, they're not as cuddly. And so because they're not as cuddly, they don't get on camera very much. Bunny tax. All right. Here we go. Oh. There we go. Come on. They don't want to see your butt. They want to see you. All right, here we go. Here is Charlie, our gray bunny. He's the oldest of the three. Half brother to our other twins, to the twins. So yeah, there he is. He's not. Oh, there he's looking at you. They look out of the side. Yeah, bunny butt. You know, cute little fuzzy tail. All right. I better get him back before the next sprint starts. And there is the sprint timer, just in time. So the animal taxes have been paid for the day. Thank you so much for that. All right, so let's get in on the next sprint. All right, start. Let's start that up. and turn the music up, microphone off, and I will see you in 10 minutes. All right, there we go. How was that sprint for everybody? See, not many comments in the chat. That's okay. Hoping everyone is doing well. I finished off Pierre. He is the bad guy. And now I'm moving to Phalamons. She is the evil fairy that caused the curse in the first place. So yeah. See, I don't know how to go for her. Maybe you guys can help me out. Because you have Maleficence. You have Maleficent, the character Maleficent. Not Angelina Jolie. This one. You have Maleficent as a character, still strikingly, I think, strikingly beautiful woman. That you have there, but then you have like the evil queen. Well, Disney really had a type. I mean, still a pretty woman, but you don't know her hair color. Once upon a time. Yeah, because here you have again Regina from Once Upon a Time. Again, still the black hair, the stuff like that. Very, archetypal. I just don't know if I want to play into the archetype or play against the archetype. You know what I mean? So Disney is nothing but archetypes, which is pretty racist of them. Yeah. They were definitely a product of their time. See, that's why I wonder if I want to go against it. Because she is a striking woman. Who was evil queen? There's the evil queen, Theron, Charlize Theron. Theron. Yeah, Charlize Theron. But she was evil queen. She was an evil queen. Yeah. Yeah, I think they are trying to get away from that. But see, then here you have Julia Roberts. And, I'm just... Snow White and the Huntsman, that's where she was. So I just don't know which approach. Emily Blunt, Ice Queen? Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh, same film. Okay. Well, we have one more sprint for the morning before I need to get my munchkin ready for school. So let us get this started. Turn the music up. And microphone off as I ponder on evil queens. See you. Thank you so much for the raid, Ashes of Authority. You finally have a chance to raid me. Well, thank you. Yeah, we're having a good one. We're in the middle of a writing sprint with about 8 more minutes where I'm researching evil queens. So, yeah, it is a good one. And thank you so much, Walking Male Poet. Walking Mall Poet? Walking Mall Poet, thank you for the follow. Okay, back to the sprint. All right, there we go with the last sprint of the morning. And Bob has asked for a lemon check before we go. Definitely want to accommodate that request. I already have the spreadsheet up. So let us take a look. We are at, let's see, 828. Oh, and Kiddo Boy donated, so it's 829 497. And Coffee Quills. See, we need 83.3 before we open up the 4 a.m. slot. We are all the way to 4:15 already. Hey, Coffee Quills, glad to have you. And so Coffee Quills, okay, your donation has brought it up to 830, 617. So we are 3,000 lemons away from unlocking 4 o'clock in the morning as a start time, Mountain Standard Time, because we are switching back from Mountain Daylight to Mountain Standard Time November 1st. So I'll have to refigure out all of that stuff. And I'm sorry for those people I am jealous of those people who do not have daylight savings and just have the same time zone all year long. And yeah, so that is what it is. Okay, so I agree. Well, I don't think daylight savings time in and of itself isn't dumb. It's the switching back. I don't care if we are always daylight saving or always standard. I don't care. I just want to pick one. I have no problem having extra sunlight in the morning, in the evenings, because I wake up. Yes, exactly, Kiddo Poi. At this point, just pick one. Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I'm really mad that the 2 times it's gone to the Utah State Legislature, they haven't done anything with it. So that's my next charity event, raising money to get Utah off of daylight savings. But maybe that we need to go to the federal level. I'm kidding. I'm not going to have a charity for that. That's a political action committee. Different financial structure. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me this morning. That and the imperial measurement system needs to go. Yes, 2020 has been weird enough. Let's rip off the Band-Aid. Seriously, just rip it off. Go full metric. Okay, let's save this spreadsheet. All right, so I didn't get as many. I'm okay with the progress that I made in the characterization for step 7 of the step 7 of the snowflake method is to get character charts detailing everything you need to know about each character. Now, as much as I want to be a super strict person with the snowflake method, unfortunately the deadlines of NaNoWriMo starting next week will prevent me from doing that. So I did spend today working on step 7. Tomorrow I am going to go into the scene list. Okay, the scene list is just that. I will take the 4-act structure, the 4-page synopsis, which I have here. This is what I was able to complete. I've been working on the past week. I completed over the weekend. So I have, Act 1, Part 1, 2, 3, 4. I have Act 2A and 2B. And then, you see, there's the midpoint and Act 3. So what the next step is tomorrow is to derive a scene list from this, saying these characters in this spot at this time are doing these things. Okay, and just going through, because I spent so much time on this synopsis, I believe that will go quickly. Hopefully Tuesday and Wednesday I'll be able to get the scene list done, which is the step 8, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday we can focus on step 9. Those are the goals to be getting this done. Overall, I'm really liking the snowflake method. I think it's working well for me, with the twist of, instead of doing a synopsis, I'm filling out the different character arc bullet point lists. You know, the 3-act, 9, the plot dot, the hero's journey, the heroine's journey, the villain's journey. I think it's working really well for me on that. So it is 7 after the hour. The alarm clock to wake up my daughter is going to go off at 7:15, so I really need to wrap this up. So thank you so much for everyone for joining me this morning. I will be back tomorrow at 4 a.m. Pacific, 7 a.m. Eastern, basically 22 hours from now, working more on NaNoWriMo. So let us see. So again, thank you all the follows, thank you the raids, whether they were announced or not. Thank you all the follows. So please be sure, if you are following me or if you are raiding me and there isn't a notification, please let me know. I want to do a shout out to let people know and share appreciation for those who raid me. Even if Twitch doesn't think that it should be announced, I do. So please let me know. So with that, let's see, who is the ASC? With the ASC, I don't think we have anyone up on ASC coming up next. Where's the calendar? There we are. Okay, it looks like the next person on the ASC is going to be Kahuna Quiet. Yeah, I see Fried Dice is up, so we will hit him. Okay, sounds good. Let me go over there. Commercial. Oh, I'm sorry. I hate Borat. Maybe I hate Sacha Baron Cohen. Hate is a strong word. I find it. No worries, DM Stretch. We can join. All right. So there we go. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you for joining me in the sprints. I really appreciate the supports, the bits, the follows, the subscriptions. Thank you so much for supporting and joining me on my journey, and hopefully this is supporting you on your journey to creativity and as we march towards NaNoWriMo. So thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.